It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson. How did he make 135 pounds considering he's 5'11" tall? I don't know, but he did it, and he's got a reach of 72.4 inches. And standing across the ring from him, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Ray Robinson. Weighed in at 61 kilos, and he's 180 centimeters tall. That's outrageous. His reach.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a five-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 100...
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now.
And there's the bell to start the round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Jab does not score. Perfect counter shot. No rest for the weary. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Did you see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Throws the jab, but does not score. Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Both men step back for just a moment. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Beautiful counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
Just misses with that uppercut. They both want a knockout, you can tell. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Every time he throws a punch. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. One punch could change everything in this battle. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Bam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
You don't want to trade shots. Beautiful counter shot. Hook misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Tom? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
That jab misses. A swing and a miss with that jab. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Back and forth they go. He misses with that jab. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell to start the round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Nobody home with that hook. He misses with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Finally, they ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How about that time counter shot? Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Work the body. Frustrate them. Take the mind off the chin. Take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body. Use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox the fight and beat them on points.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. No rest for the weary.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Nope, that uppercut does not score. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Don't let the cut distract you.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
Jab misses. Catch and shoot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
Tried to score with it. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. And they're down just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
And there's the bell to start the round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Just misses with that jab.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't.
They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Can't score with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Just misses with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? The jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. And there's the bell to start the round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Can't find a home with that jab. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He's back on his feet, but his opponent is licking his chops right now.
Good, look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count.
What's the referee thinking right now? It appears he's... So the referee says he can continue.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Sugar Ray Robinson just got... And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up. I can't believe it. They are giving up.
They don't like that.